Hello and welcome to the Juno Weekly News Roundup. I'm your host Highlander at Juno Communications, and I'll be bringing you the latest updates from the Juno Network. Let's start with the Juno Network updates. Word from Reese that V14 is already done. New modules, new features, little cleanup, and overall gets Juno to a place where we can focus on the next phase of Juno. Will be announced from Jake in the coming weeks. The snippet we put out a couple of days ago will give you some more information on what V14 potentially can be doing. Mesh is a big push towards Juno's vision to be the incubator for the interchain. Do check out the snippet that we've provided. Exciting stuff for Juno. Additionally, the Juno team has been working hard to improve the user experience and add new features to the platform. This includes new documentation, which will make it even easier for users to interact with the Juno network. Information in the description below. Next up on network updates, I want to share with the community that the wait is finally over. You can get your early bird tickets for the Awesome Wasm event hosted in Berlin. You can check the website. I will put a link in the description. You can grab your tickets here, but you actually need to scroll down to see more information. Yes, it's going to be held in Berlin, Germany, July the 12th through to the 16th. Awesome Wasm 2023 is the first conference and hackathon held by CoinFio, the key maintainer of Awesome Wasm itself. It brings together all Cosmos megaminds and offers diverse opportunities in terms of business development, but also facilitates learning and building with Awesome Wasm. All right, moving on to Juno governance. On-chain is quiet this week, so I will press on with Commonwealth draft proposals. First one I would like to share is the Interchain Info Funding multi-chain governance prop from Tendermint Timmy. Summarised, built by Spark IBC, Interchain Info is a truly multi-chain agnostic hub for information and tooling that makes navigating the rapidly growing interchain easier for both new and old users alike. At Spark IBC, they believe that currently Cosmos and the greater interchain are extremely fragmented as communities and educational resources, NFT collections, communities, dApps and tools each reside in their own remote corners of the ecosystem. Something that our delegators were always asking me, that not just Juno, but the whole Cosmos in general needs a sort of a go-to place for interacting with the ecosystem. Like, it's very bitty, it's very all over the show. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Spark IBC are requesting 1% of community pool funds capped at 20k from a number of chains, including Juno, to contribute to the Interchain Info campaign. You can see more details in the Commonwealth thread if you want to get in there and leave some comments, get part of the discussion. Okay, next on Commonwealth props, we have protocol-owned liquidity. SE Juno on Windex by StakeEasy project. As you already know about StakeEasy, the first liquid staking solution that has been live on Juno network for 8 months has been proven to be reliable and effective staking platform. Currently, StakeEasy has a total value TVL lock of 109,000 Juno tokens, which has been raised organically. The team are requesting 1 million Juno from the Juno community pool to further support the development of our platform and Juno network as a whole. Again, link in the description. Not much chat in this one. If some of the community want to get in there and voice their concerns or voice their support, feel free to do so. Lastly, on Commonwealth, I want to highlight this week is the funding the Wind development team for the next quarter. This proposal requests funding team 150,000 Juno from the community pool as a developer funding for the next 3 months. One team has not received funding from Juno. The team wanted to prove themselves before requesting funding. DAO, Stargaze, and others are already building on the Wind open source smart contracts. To date, the Wind team has not received funding from Juno. The team wanted to prove themselves before requesting funding. DAO, Stargaze, and others are already building on Wind open source smart contracts. Wind DAO protocols are also the largest TVL on Juno. So yeah, get in there, have a good chat on there. There's a lot of back on this one. Interesting read for people to get into, and yeah, please do get involved, voice your concerns. Okay, lastly, I'd like to talk about the Juno project updates. Public sale has started for hot and cold finance. You can now apply and purchase HNC token. Their testnet went live. I've been playing around with it. It's really cool. If you get on there at hotandcold.tech, You can get into the app here, and what I do like about it is when you go into the testnet app, there's a bunch of tutorials when you first connect your wallet that guide you through the whole DEX and the whole process. There's quite a lot to get your head around. But in a nutshell, you have a hot DEX and a cold DEX, and you also have this little section called Emporium. There's a lot of cool things happening here. I'll need a couple of weeks to test things and get used to it. Yeah, it looks really cool. It's something fresh on Juno, which is nice to see. Great work from the hot and cold finance team. Shout out to TFM, who are building great tools on Cosmos. They've now created the IBC bridge. You can visit tfm.com/bridge, and effectively this enables Juno IBC transfers to 31 different L1s, all in one interface. No more channel searching or complicated UI games, which is absolutely brilliant. I love that. Okay, lastly, I'd like to just mention that WinDAO has launched liquid staking derivatives. We mentioned that last week. But if you want to get a deep dive into the progress on it and what the background is, the gauges, how it all works, they've consolidated the kind of two Medium posts into the one Reddit here, which is really nice. One thing that I am excited about is this little tweet. Lending and borrowing on the horizon. Is Juno now going to see some lending and borrowing? One thing we do notice that Juno suffers is the problem has been liquidity. Is this going to start bringing liquidity on? It could be something to get bullish about, but looks like wind are shipping constantly, and we're very excited, and it's great to see them building on the network. And one thing to note as well, if you're wanting to fund projects like this, they should be going through GrowthDAO, in my personal opinion, but lending and borrowing being built on Juno, I want to fund this kind of type of projects, but I think going back to the Commonwealth, do they go through the Juno Growth sub-DAO? Probably the right channel to do. So I encourage the community to remember that there is more sub-DAOs. There's a sub-DAO for the Growth Fund that looks after this kind of funding. That's all for this week's Juno News Roundup, folks. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more updates on the Juno network. Don't forget to like and share this video to help us reach more people who are interested in the incubator for the interchain and blockchain technology. We'll see you next time for more exciting updates from the Juno network. Slante.